Hello, Geminis. Happy that you're joining me for the reading. This is Vickie, Really Rock and Roll Prophetess. We're going to use, as always, the Rock and Roll Tarot deck for the initial spread, which is my own creation. Then we will follow it with the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, also my own creation. If you are a Patreon level 2 subscriber, then you can also tune in for the bonus card of the Angels and Ancestors. This is for Sun, Rising, and Moon of Gemini. And this is for the month of February 2019. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. I also want to tell everybody that I will be opening up for the equinox readings. It's for a limited time. It's always very popular. It's a psychic prediction for the upcoming season using astrology and psychic energy, and it also is an animal totem card. If you're interested in that, you can check that out through my website above and below. Okay, so here's your spread for February for Gemini. That's you. Whether you're male or female, this is your card. The air sign person, the Aquarius, the Gemini, or the Libra. Boy, you're looking like your money is looking really sweet here. Money's coming. And you get news about money. There you are. You're hearing it, and it's just like, yeah. And you're looking at the Ten of Pentacles here. So you're looking at a large sum of money, or maybe you're looking at a large company that you're going to go work for, or a big investor, somebody who's very wealthy. But you should be hearing the news. It's saying that's talking about all the young dudes carry the news. So news is coming. This is associated with Earth, so it could be, we are having a full moon in an Earth sign of Virgo on the 19th. So it might be something happening around that full moon for you guys. But it could just be really any time during the month because it represents money's coming and prosperity's coming. And Ten of Pentacles, you know, that's the largest money card there is. You're not going to have to worry about. For some of you, it's like if you're not, this came up in another reading I think last month, but if you're working 2 jobs, or you got 2 things going on here, you could probably say goodbye to one of them, you know. Or if you're debating between 2 different things and neither one really seems too hot, this would come along and just blow it all right out of the water. You also have that Chariot, the highest success card in the entire deck. Chariot is a big step up. It's a big move forward. It's a big prosperity jump, and it's just completely fabulous. It's these two paired together is huge. I mean, could be huge for many of you. Could be travel. You know, sometimes it's Chariot, so it does talk about travel, and it could talk about a car. Maybe somebody's going to buy a car. I mean, but this feels much more than just that to me. This kind of looks like wheels on a car too. So or a belt, like a belt on a car. So maybe some of you, your belt breaks and you're just like, I'm tired of this old junker, I'm buying a new car. I mean, February, a lot of people do buy cars in February too, so they totally could be a thing. But it seems much bigger than that to me, for most of you. This is a big change, big life change. You're looking at down this new path. It's like you finally hit on something. It's like it's been hit. I'm hearing it's been hit or miss. So I think it's been hit or miss for a lot of you, and then you finally hit on something, and it's just like, yeah, this is the direction I want to go in. This is the direction I want to. I can see my future, and I'm holding the world in my hand, and you see past all this stuff that's immediately in front of you, because this is probably what's just going on right this minute. You know, there's something bigger at work here. There's bigger things going on, you know. What's that, between man or beast or something? What is that expression? Or more things on heaven and earth, Horatio. Yeah. You know, than meets the eye. So, but you're getting a glimmer of it. I'm going to put that, getting a glimmer of the future. Getting a glimmer of, maybe not the future, I'll figure it out later. Okay. You got another person down here. Water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Favorable, upright position, somebody really cool, really good. Let me get a drink of water. Because we are going to be in water. After the 18th, the sun moves into the water sign. So that's going to be after the 18th. So what date did I give you up here? Did I give you, was it you that gave you a date? Oh, the full moon. That was a different reading. Oh yeah, it was you. So the full moon is the 19th. This is talking about Pisces maybe, 18th. So that 18th, 19th, that's been coming up in a lot of readings. I should look at, there's probably some other big aspects going on that time. That's come up in more than a few readings during this month's spreads. This can talk about moons and suns and stuff too, because the High Priestess has that lunar energy and that moon on her thing, but it's also really intuitive. This person is really intuitive. You have a really intuitive connection with them. There's like this unspoken, you can kind of feel into their vibe energy. The wish card is there, so this is a wish come true. This is what you see there. This is part of it. This is part of it coming true. This is part of it happening. This is part of it coming to fruition. So it's very, very favorable. The legs and the, it almost looks, it might be some, I usually don't jump outside of the signs of like water, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, but the way this looks, there's something about it. So, but let's, I'm getting a lot of information. They're shooting me, so they definitely wanted me to see this. One of the things I thought was, well, what would be the man-horse thing? That's a centaur, right? So maybe it's Sagittarius, which is the centaur. For some of you, though, this is something about like dancing. Somebody's dancing, or dancing maybe yourself, or going to somewhere where people are dancing. That could be, or somebody who is a dancer. But the way that dancing looks, it reminds me of river dance, you know. So maybe it's the British Isles or it's the Scottish, and you know they do they do that type of dancing, you know. But it also kind of reminds me of the can too, which is the French. So I've never gotten that off of this card. They were just shooting all this stuff at me at once. I'm like, hold on there, I have to articulate it. Yeah. So, or maybe just the horse riding, or what, you know, where do those horses dance around at, like the circus or something, you know, where the horses, the prancing ponies, all the prancing ponies. So that could all apply to different people out there, but I've never seen that card look like that. Those legs really were standing out to me. So that's a little bit of a psychic message for maybe somebody out there, or a few of you. You know, the Chariot too is also pulled by horses. Here it's the sphinxes, but you know, when chariots were a mode of transportation, they were pulled by horses, you know, so could be some connection there. Okay, but let's get over and do our animal totem. Money's sure changing, boy. And then in this person, there's this psychic connection. I'm not sure of what that's about. A lot of you might be love. If you're looking for love, this could definitely be love vibe energy. Totally. Okay, what's the animal totem going for Gemini friends? For horse. Get the hell out of here. Isn't that crazy? You can't make this stuff up. So what was I just talking about 2 seconds ago, right? A horse was standing out to me. The legs, the horses in the chariot. And what animal totem card do you get? Horse. Well, before I read what I wrote originally and talk more about the horse energy, another thing, the horse is definitely related to Sagittarius. So I'm getting the vibe like maybe for some of you there was some well, Jupiter's in Sagittarius, but also maybe something, this is dating back to Sagittarius time. So that would have been end of November, December. So for some of you, maybe that would be a time frame. But let's read this. Magic, divination, astral travel, journey. Ride like the wind to the furthest reaches. Expand beyond your comfort zone and explore the realms of possibility. Yeah, Sages are travel, Sages, horses are travel, journey. Jupiter in Sagittarius is learning. I feel like learning is, when I said learning, that really resonated with me. Learning some new things, whatever this new opportunity is, it's going to be, there'll be learning involved, but you're up for it. I mean, you Geminis, you have this keen mind. You love to learn new things. You know, that's something that right in your wheelhouse there. So, yeah, so travel is definitely an option. And so if you have the opportunity to be around horses in some way, or, you know, form or fashion, I mean, you know, lots of people still do have and love and deal with horses a lot, but If you're like live in the city and that's not a usual thing, then maybe if you have an opportunity to do so, or maybe even just go, hey, maybe somebody's going to hit it at the racetrack. I'll tell you what, if you were going to go to the racetrack, I'd go, is it the Trotters? I think it's called the Trotters. There's two types of horse racing, because we have both kind here, and I had a friend who used to work at the track. One is where the jockeys ride right on the back, but there's the other ones where they're in these little buggies. I think those are called the Trotters. There's two. But if I was this was something about going to the racetrack or betting horses, I would bet the ones who ride around in little buggies. I mean, you never know. It's funny, that friend I was talking about too that worked at the track, she was a Gemini too. Isn't that crazy? Anyways, so that's my little story about the Trotters. I think that's what it's called. But anyways, so thanks so much for tuning in, Gemini. It looks like some money's really coming up, and a great connection here on whatever level. Could be a coworker that you're going to come into business with. Maybe some of you are going to buy it. Maybe somebody's going to buy a horse, a racing horse even, you know. Or who else rides around in buggies? They do those little things in parks and stuff where you take tourists on little rides in the park. It could be something like that. It could be a lot of different things. But this reminded me of wheels and buggies and horses, and so there's some weird connection for a lot of you. If you know what it is, please do leave in the comment. I do love reading all the comments. And I want to thank you all. Don't forget about those equinox readings for a limited time, for the season ahead. Really insightful, very popular. And I have all sorts of stuff on my site. You can check it above and below. If you enjoy what I do, then please do, get a shirt. You can buy a shirt, or a shirt for somebody else, or a gift. And that helps make it free. If you are a Patreon person, go ahead and head over to Patreon for the additional bonus card of Angel. If it's another horse, I'm going to freak out. I don't know if there is horses, but there's a lot of animal energy in these cards. They're really cool. I love this deck. But if you are Patreon level 2, go ahead and head over and you can check out all the bonus cards, Sun, Rising, Moon, and more. Get access to all 12, and you get the readings early. So thanks so much, everybody, for all your support. Have a great month of February, and I'll speak to you soon.